I am Shonda, and today's subject will be ways or habits to silently transform your life. And we're going to get right into it. So we're going to start with the first one, and it is getting some sun. I personally could do a little better with this. Sunlight is very important. It is vitamin D, and yeah, it's very important, especially for us melanated people. It's very important, and we tend to be deficient because of our skin and things like that. But yeah, get you some sunlight, and me too. This next thing should not come as a shocker, but it is practicing gratitude. A lot of people use gratitude journals and things like that. I don't know, maybe I need to try it again, but I personally cannot get into journaling. I guess my mind just thinks about a lot of other things when I decide to go and journal. But yeah, even if you're not going to journal, I feel like it's very important to be thankful for what you already have, because at the end of the day, we have to remember that there's always someone that would love to be in the shoes that we are in. So we have to remain grateful, and there's always someone dealing with something harder than what you're dealing with at that current moment. So yeah, gratitude is very, very important. I know I'm probably not the first and won't be the last to tell you that moving your body or mindful movement is very important on a daily basis. And I'll just kind of share what my practitioner or my nurse practitioner told me, and that is to move your body even at home, like in your room, in your bed. She said even when you're getting ready, for a shower or something like that, just do a couple reps of a workout just to kind of get in a workout for that day. Because especially the older you get, the more important movement is for not only your not only your outward appearance, but it's highly important or heavily important for your internal. I am in my early 30s, and I'm definitely realizing how important movement is on a daily basis. But yeah, move your body, guys. The next thing will be adequate sleep. Again, with age, sleep becomes heavily important for your just overall well-being and just how you show up within the day and your level of readiness. Honestly, I don't have like a fitness device anymore. Mine unfortunately broke, and I just didn't buy another one. But I recommend smart watches, smart rings, smart devices that can check or monitor your heart, just different metrics of the body while you are resting and doing movement and just sitting down, relaxing. I feel like it's very helpful and useful. Now, it shouldn't be put in the space of your nurse practitioner, doctor, or physician of any kind, but it does tell you kind of where you stand as far as your health is, especially your sleep score and things like that. So yeah, adequate sleep. Next thing is social interactions or social connections and things like that. This is very important. Even if it's just you don't have friends like me at the moment, but some level of social connection, I would say, and add outside of social media, is very important on a daily basis, just to keep you well mentally, and just to keep you well mentally, I would say is very important. And right now I'm working on building myself and healing from different things of my past. But like I've been mentioning this whole journey so far, or this far, I am open to connections, friendships, and things like that. I'm not forcing anything if they come, well, when they come, not if, because they will. I will be prepared, not just, financially, but across all boards. Of course, we're always still growing. It's also something I've been echoing across this journey, but I will be more ready to accept that type of connection or relationship with another human. But yeah, connect with people, guys. And if it's challenging like it is for me, deal with the root cause of that, or what's behind the challenge, or what's causing the challenge. I know this thing that I'm getting ready to say is kind of been kind of an issue in today's society. I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like I have to mention this, but I feel like what I have observed is that people are not as kind as they need to be nowadays. I feel like this is in and out the church. I think us as a whole, and I'm saying us because I'm sure at some point I need to be a little kinder to people. But y'all, kindness is so important. It's in the Bible, especially if you are a Christian, you are to be kind to people. Like you don't have to be nice. A lot of people mistake being kind for being nice. You don't have to be nice, but we are called to be kind, because what happens if we're not kind, we tend to, and I know it's not fully your fault, but we tend to trip others up who would have otherwise been on a straight path in their faith, because we are not kind. Especially if we call ourselves Christians, we have to stop being unkind to people, and we just have to check our heart. And this is something very important, y'all. Like we all have to work on this. Kindness is very important. We are called as Christians. If you're not a Christian, I'm speaking from the perspective of a Christian. I'm not, trying to be mean or anything, but I feel like everyone should be kind, at the least, to people. But yeah, kindness is a big one on this list. So yeah. This next thing is something I don't really personally have an issue with, but it is practicing solitude and just being able to be by yourself without, constantly needing connections with other human beings. It's very important that you are able to be alone within your thoughts and just alone with your creator and things like that, and alone so that you can think about things that you can improve on. Solitude is so important. Like some of us, like me, it's very important to me. Like I feel like I have to, in order to recollect myself and just ground myself and just to become closer to my Savior, I have to be alone. I am married. I do have a child, but even my spouse understands this about me. But solitude, which I don't struggle with, but I'm sure someone who may watch this may struggle with it. But figure out how to be alone and figure out things that you can do by yourself, to kind of collect yourself and deal with thoughts that you have or ideas and things like that. Solitude is heavily important. And to kind of add on to what I talked about last, limiting social media and news. Now, the next thing is tidying up. So, we have to keep our space clean and things like that. just so that our mental health can be well. But yeah, it's very important. I feel like when I clean up afterwards, sometimes I dread it, and I know I'm not the only one, but when I do it, I just feel 1,000 times better. So yes, cleaning up to transform your life, just keeping a clean space is very important. And you know, it just keeps your mental state stable. The next thing is finding humor or just peace in the mundane, like just waking up, and if you find something funny, or just sitting back and thinking, I'm actually having a good day, just finding the humor and the peace within your day. I feel like it's something that you can do to transform your life, because if you transform your perspective, you transform your life, in my opinion. So yes, this is the second to last thing on this list, and it is eating well. Eating well. So that means going to get tests and just seeing what you're sensitive to and things like that, and eating what your body needs, not what social media say that you need, not what your friend down the street say that you need, but really digging deep and finding out what works. The last thing on this list is taking breaks. If you feel that you need a break and you know you're just tired, take you a break. And it's something that I have had to learn how to do, so I know it's not easy. But if you are not taken care of, you can't take care of no one else. So yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all with that, and I hope you like this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.